The global debasement trade just sent gold to $4,000. And Peter Schiff is getting cocky, calling again for Bitcoin's demise. I guess that's it, guys. Peter Schiff said the top is in. Time to pack it up.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Could be early onset dementia. I don't know, but apparently Mark Moss and Jack Mallers know we're just getting warmed up. The fundamentals are more bullish than ever despite being at all-time highs. Gold and Bitcoin are leading together for the first time. And VanEck just said, sit down, Peter, 644K Bitcoin beckons. And this might be why. There's only 21 million BTC. Most corporations, billionaires, and even millionaires still have no exposure to Bitcoin. Nation states have yet to seriously begin accumulation. But wait, boom! Cynthia Lummis just dropped this bombshell, and it means it could be game on at literally any moment. GigaChad says get ready for the orange wave. And if we want to find out where Bitcoin is headed and why the US better move soon, because when markets realize what is happening, well, let's just say Bitcoin could be massively underpriced. Maybe all this is why Larry Fink and their Bitcoin ETF are going absolutely ballistic right now. Strap in, we got a good one today. This could be the most bullish show in the history of mankind. Send it!
The beginning is ending, and the end is beginning. Look at the data, look at the numbers, do the math. That's all this all is. Wait, how much debt do they have? Huh, okay. Wait, how many more Bitcoins can we print? Oh, no more? This is it? Ah, yes, right. Number go up. I know that we're not used to things going all-time high after all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. But this is the new normal. The dollar has to crash. It has to go down against assets. The debt is out of control. The post-1971 dollar is dead, guys. You can no longer ignore the charts. The charts are the truth. And if you've got gold and Bitcoin leading for the first time in the assets history where they've been operating together, that screams fiscal emergency. In the 15 years Bitcoin has been around, gold and Bitcoin have never been 1 and 2. That screams a new monetary era. That is a rotation out of the US dollar and US assets, guys. I cannot put it any clearer. Stop listening to TikTokers. Stop doom scrolling with all the low testosterone out there. Look at this chart. Bitcoin returns from 2010 to 2025. That's a 15-year track record. 15 years. Look at this chart. Holding Bitcoin, you've had 3 red years of 15. People ask me, dude, how do you do it? How do I do what? Win so much? You want to ask me a question? You're going to ask me how I just do green, 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 green.
And this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous.
Bitcoin has outperformed gold in the S&P 500 every single year. It's the scarcest thing you can own, and it's available to all of us. All of us have a ticket out. It's going mainstream now. We're the crazy people at the party that were right.
Hell yeah, we're just getting started, baby. Now we all know Peter Schiff is strapping on his clown shoes, getting ready to go run some victory laps. But VanEck just said, don't break an arm yourself off, Peter. There's a new sovereign store of value in town. Breaking news, Bitcoin is officially overtaking gold among younger generations. That's right, according to VanEck, one of the biggest asset managers on the planet, Bitcoin could soon capture half of gold's store of value market, which could send Bitcoin soaring to about a humble $644,000 per coin. Yeah, you heard that right, Peter Schiff, $644,000. You might want to sit down before your monocle falls off. VanEck's head of digital assets research, Matthew Siegel, says the writing's on the wall. Younger investors, especially across emerging markets, are ditching gold bars for digital scarcity. And as Siegel put it, surveys show younger consumers in emerging markets increasingly prefer Bitcoin for that role. So basically, the next generation looked at shiny rocks and said, cool story, Grandpa. Bitcoin is ripping, up 95% in the last year, smashing through 126K, fueled by institutional inflows flows, political chaos, and good old-fashioned fiat decay. VanEck's not treating this like a speculative pump anymore. They're calling it a foundational shift in global finance, predicting that by 2050, Bitcoin could settle 10% of global trade and 5% of domestic transactions. Probably nothing. Peter Schiff's probably rage tweeting from his rotary phone about how real money doesn't need electricity. Well, yeah, Peter, neither do carrier pigeons, but we moved on from those too. Damn, maybe I need carrier pigeons. And whether you like it or not, an orange wave is coming.
On Halloween, what color tie do you wear?
Look, we're all orange. It's the orange
It's
wave,
always
Joe.
orange. So even on Halloween, it's just an orangey, or it's an orangey sky. Yeah.
There's an orange wave coming, and every public company has got to be thinking about Bitcoin on their treasury because, you know, Bitcoin is digital money. What if Moore's law applies to money and your capital is doubling every 18 months? That's
Right.
what the Bitcoin treasury companies have concluded.
You've got between 37 trillion and 50 trillion reasons to buy Bitcoin, I think, don't you? You probably come up with that. 37 trillion and counting.
Look,
far as debt.
Bitcoin is the future.
Yeah,
Bitcoin
all right.
is the future, and it's the opportunity for everybody.
Speaking on those 37 trillion reasons why, going on to 50 trillion reasons why, America could be on the move soon.
Oh, there's still a lot more that we're
What do
looking
you
for. I think there's really three things that people are kind of paying attention to. The first is the United States government at some point is going to announce that they're buying Bitcoin. Creating the initial Bitcoin kind of strategic reserve and sitting the Bitcoin that we already had there was good, but that's kind of the, not the main dish. The main dish is when they start buying, and I think that will happen at some point.
Well, that announcement could be coming at any moment. Funding for America's strategic Bitcoin reserve can start any time thanks to President Trump. Yeah, you heard that right. The U.S. could begin buying Bitcoin at any moment. And somewhere out there, Janet Yellen just fainted into a pile of treasury bonds.
And over a longer time horizon, how concerned are you about the potential impact of the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency?
It's been 7 months since President Trump signed the executive order creating the SBR. And now we're finally getting real signs that this thing might actually be on the move. Speaking of moves, Larry Fink and BlackRock possibly know what's coming, and they're going absolutely ape on the corn. Is Bitcoin massively underpriced? Larry Lepard is about to bring it home, but before he does, look at our likes.
3 or 4 times, maybe.
I'm gonna pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Let's take a quick second for our sponsors who keep this show on the air over at the Bitcoin Way. If your wealth lives in their system, it's not yours, it's theirs. That's why we scream Bitcoin. That's why you self-custody. And that's why you call our friends over at the Bitcoin Way. They'll walk you through multi-sig, self-custody, privacy, how to run a node, and the tools that keep you sovereign when the fiat system pulls the plug. Don't wait till it's too late. Book a free 30-minute consult today using that link in the show notes. Need cash but don't want to sell your Bitcoin? Ledn is the global leader in Bitcoin-backed loans, issuing over $9 billion in loans since 2018, and they were the first to offer proof of reserves. With Ledn, you get custody loans, no credit checks, no monthly payments, and more. Visit learn.ledn.io/simply to learn more and get 25 basis points off your first loan. Oh yeah, looks like the global debasement trade is on. Boom! BlackRock bought $899 million of Bitcoin for its spot Bitcoin ETF yesterday. They now hold over 798,000 BTC. Probably nothing. Hey, what was that old Uncle Larry said about not being surprised if Bitcoin hits 700K?
If you're frightened of your debasement of your currency, or you're frightened of your economic or political stability of your country, you could have an internationally based instrument called Bitcoin that will overcome those local fears. And so I'm a big believer in the utilization of that as an instrument. And so if that becomes true, and you see that it could be a proper hedge against maybe hope security or equities. Yeah. The question is, could you see a 2 or 5% allocation? I was with a sovereign wealth fund during this week, and that was the conversation. Should we have a 2% allocation? Should we have a 5% allocation? If everybody adopted that conversation, but it would be 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 per Bitcoin.
But does it also?
I'm not promoting it, by the way. So that is not my promotion. Or
the jig is up. The global debasement trade is on. What do you guys think? Kind of bearish. But will Bitcoin cross 150K in 2025? Let us know below. Get those tickets to Mining Disrupt 2025. See the future of Bitcoin mining up close in Dallas, Texas, November 11th through the 13th. The biggest names in the industry. Cutting edge rigs, Bitcoin, and AI integration, the signal you won't get anywhere else. Grab your tickets today and use promo code SimplyBitcoin for 20% off, and we'll see you there. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a pamp, and set those notifications for the best in Bitcoin news delivered to you daily. I love you guys. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, you.